And then Akoni came in.
We didn't even know who Akoni was.
Akoni is a very unlikely candidate there because, you know, we decided to implement some singing parts in the new CD. Wrote a lot of it with little MIDI parts emulating human voices because we know nothing about singing except for that, our understanding of melody. So we kind of wrote some of the singing parts almost like guitar parts, but dumbed down like third grade. We didn't want it to be, we didn't want it to dance around like the guitars. That'd be too much, way too much. So, of course, the difficult part was finding somebody to execute it. And Akoni was our guy. Another guy, you look at him and he doesn't look like he can do any of that, but the guy has Broadway singing vocals, like ridiculous American Idol singing vocals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A little, maybe slightly operatic.
Sweet.
But anyway, it made for a very strange but interesting mix. Maybe not a whole lot of people have heard a mix like that vocally.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, I would agree that you couldn't really have just one vocalist with what you guys are doing as far as, I mean, obviously it's always changing and it's super progressive and it just keeps going. And in order to get different styles with the different styles that you're playing, you would have to add in different singers. And to label with one guy, that'd be pretty difficult.
We have tried out vocalists since Unlorgia came out. Nobody's been able to do it yet.
They seem to always want to target one of the guest vocalists that we had on there. Either they're trying to target the yells or the screams or the singing, and they can really, they may or may not do that well, but then they can't do the other parts. So we really kind of forced ourselves into a situation where if we wanted to have vocals, we might have to have three.
Or two guys that are really, really good.
Yeah.
Or if one guy just blows us away and comes out of nowhere.
We released Unlorgia vocally, and also we released an instrumental version because we thought, you know, there's probably a lot of people who don't like the vocals, but like the music. And furthermore, I guess we weren't sure if we wanted to go the vocal route or the instrumental route anyway, because a lot of people say we should just be an instrumental. I'm not completely clear on what the future is for that, though I think that we really enjoyed writing lyrics for the last CD, so I don't know, might want to do that again. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, it was so new for the three of us since we're all musicians and not lyricists. You know, we wrote this whole backstory and then based all the lyrics off of the backstory.
Wow.
And it was a lot of fun, you know, just trying something different.
Unlorgia is a classic tale of good and evil.
Yeah.
Heavily inspired by old school Squaresoft RPGs.
Awesome.
So it's pretty involved. I mean, if you want to nerd out to it, you can nerd out for hundreds of hours because there's the music part of it. There's the multi-layer guitars, the bass, the drums, the vocals, the interpretation and stuff like that. But the songs are written in chapters. The vocalist, having the three vocalists was kind of cool because you could have them trade off almost like a script, like character dialogue.
Yeah, I was going to say
talking
that.
back and forth a little bit.
Yeah.
And Drew playing the monster, like he was kind of the antagonist most of the time, you know. And then the singing voice, Akoni, usually is the voice of reason and the good things to come, you know. Jesse was kind of like something in between, you know.
So he's the human, and then you got the devil and the angel.
Kind of, yeah. That's good. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So it's open to a lot of interpretation, and there's a lot you can study if you wanted to.
Nice. And we can find that digitally quite easily, like you said.
You just type in Unlorgia. Bandcamp is a good place to go.
Yeah, sweet. Journalmusic.bandcamp.com.
Nice. Okay.
You can pick up Unlorgia with vocals, Unlorgia instrumental, and Unlorgia 2D. You see, when we wrote all this stuff.
Well, you see. Let me lay it down for you.
We like to be prepared. I mean, we're pretty meticulous about things and want to have a good idea of how things are going to sound. So we created everything, note for note, drum beat for drum beat, everything, every change, every time change, every tempo change, every part, every song in MIDI software. We use Tabit. It's like a guitar tab program.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of shows you how to play it, but also you can export MIDI files.
Oh, wow.
And it sounds really Nintendo-like because Nintendo is basically MIDI, you know, so
Yeah.
sine waves and square waves, you know, so anyway, since a lot of people have called us a Nintendo band, we decided to release that, and kind of sounds like a Nintendo version of Amorja,
That's
without
awesome.
vocals, of course, but
I bet you can get somebody to create a video game just based on the album.
That would be cool.
Yeah, we had a lot of unsuccessful attempts at that, but
a couple dropouts, high school dropouts. No, a couple people wanted to do it, but then they got, I guess they got bogged down on certain things, because there's the programming side of it, and then there's the I don't know, to be honest, I don't know what goes into it too much, but I think there's a lot of different skill sets there.
Yeah.
So one person doing it might be a lot.
but we're absolutely open to making that happen.
So, looking for a bassist and looking for someone to create a video game for you
Please.
guys?
Yes.
And someone with a godly voice to cover all three vocals.
Exactly, there you go.
roles there, yeah.
Hell yeah.
That
Well,
would be
guys,
sad.
it was a pleasure. Definitely a
Likewise.
pleasure.
Likewise.
See you
Thank
guys.
you.
Well, anything recent that we're coming up as far as shows?
On October 1st, or the Hella Metal Fest at the Crest Theater.
Sacramento,
Nice.
California.
Yeah.
It's pretty much showcasing the Northern California's metal scene.
Sweet.
So I think there's, 12 bands?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we've got, local sponsors. I just talked to Richard today, and Pizza Rock is gonna sponsor it.
All right.
So that's cool.
Sweet, right across the street.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
Oh yeah, so October 1st is the
At the
big
Crest
one.
Theater, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on with the show in Oakland?
Not happening.
Okay.
So,
All
so
right.
forget we said
So
that.
October 1st, all right.
Yes.
October 1st, be there or be square.
All right, guys, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely.